Yes, people, I hope you can hear me without wasting much of your time. We should be getting into this one immediately because we started very, very late. But also, let's get this one out of the way at the same time. If you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, we have just 13 likes, and I don't blame you. We started very, very late, and maybe probably a lot of you didn't think we were going to start, but we still have a watch along show, so we still have lots of fun to have together. Here immediately we have again Chelsea will win today. Surprisingly, I hope we'll see that because they've been Dortmund. They've been have been in great form. They've won like 10 games in a row. How many? Let me say this: they haven't lost in about 11 or 10 games or so. So yeah, when that is the case, usually I have confidence in my players to come out swinging. Zakaria back, Kovacic back. Porter giving them a chance. Is it Porter give them a chance? We go. We go win again. I think you're mixing up with English and pidgin English. I only have to say, again. Anyway, I have no choice than to support them and wish them well. That's what you do. Chelsea is the entity you support, no matter what. You still back your team to win games. Alba not around, not in the Champions League squad, so probably not going to go with them. Big up Kuchila. No complaints about this lineup. He's going with the best players at his disposal. Yep, that's just the truth. And playing them in their correct positions. That's first a job done. Yeah, let the players now do their part and get us a win. Porter must get sacked. Okay, just keep it positive. Namaya, much love to you, and thank you so much for joining the show. Again, I said you can catch where you. This song is annoying. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Coach, again, you nailed the lineup. Did we nail it 100%? Because the shot for the shot I did, I think I started. I think Kovacic. I thought he was going to start. Yeah, I think Kovacic. Yeah, that's odd man out there. Let's see what else we have here. And I didn't read the patches. You coughed again. I thought you. Again, I thought you were. Okay, good job. Anyway, I learned. What up, Bobby Fairview? What up to you, to Bobby? Saying hello to Bobby there. And again, yeah, the same thing. I'm saying hello to Bobby because I didn't say. Here we go again. Yep, logic down. Let's do it. Let's get it done. As you enter, press the like button. The likes do go a long way. Come on, you Blues. Let's do this again. We know who we are, and 2 times a European champions. Yep, let's get a win today, and again, broaden our chances of progressing in the in the UEFA Champions League. Big up to you too, Namaya. I'm going to come to you straight away. We don't have too much time. Again, as I was struggling with the equipment, and no morning show today because of that. But again, it's up and running. But that's, by the way, to you, Roger. Good afternoon. I think it's still afternoon there. How are you doing, man?
Good evening, sir. Good afternoon. Very good. I thought you nailed it. No problems. It's a good lineup. I mean, it's your favorite formation.
Oh yeah. More importantly,
every time I see a 4-2-3-1, I'm thinking Wolves. So yeah,
yeah.
it's listen, they it's going to be a hard match tonight. I think we need to temper our expectations. I'm not being negative. I'm not being anything but just realistic. If we can come away with a draw, I'd be happy. I'd be
So
happy.
you
I like the
don't feel
lineup.
like again it's that sort of situation where we're the underdogs, and a lot of people already
Coach, it's
probably think we're going to lose this one. We end up winning it.
coach. It's possible. On any given day, as they say. Actually, in America, they say on any given Sunday. But
Mhm.
to be honest with you, they're going to have 80,000 plus people at that stadium. That's a lot, coach. That's a big time game. It's a big stadium. That can be intimidating. If we score early, we're quite in the crowd. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we can come
Mhm.
out and win 2-0 or whatever, I'll be happy. 10-9, I'll be happy. Well, not really, because I'd like a clean sheet, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just, it's that they're on
Mhm.
form, coach. I think they've done so well the last 10 or so games. I forget. I
Yeah,
saw
they
it.
are, and they're
Yeah,
scoring a lot
and
of goals.
and let's
Yeah,
be
two
honest
one
here.
away, 2-1, 2. Mhm.
Yeah, and let's be honest here. We're not on form, and they are, and they're playing at home. Also, they score goals for fun, which is, the antithesis of what we're doing currently. However, I must say, coach, that they also leak goals. They're very They don't keep a low block. So players like Mudryk, for instance, we can find potential down the channels for him. So very much like what's his name, the German that we let go. I really liked him. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
The small German player. I forgot his name. Do you remember? I forgot his name. Whatever. Anyway, it's going to be an exciting game.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, so.
Oh, you're talking about Werner.
Yeah, Werner. Thank you. Brain fart as usual. I think this will suit. Like if Werner was with us, this will suit his game. This will suit Mudryk's game because they play similar to Liverpool. That kind of style, free flowing. But I think we're going to have opportunities. Sadly, I think they're going to also. Can we beat them? Yeah, of course we can. But I just think that just being logical, if you come away with the away leg with a draw, that bodes well. That means you're playing at home and it's the last game, and the service, in tennis, service is with us. We're serving for the match then. So I look at it in that logic. It's going to be interesting. Do we play for possession or do we play for on the break? I'm really enthralled as how we're going to.
Yeah, playing for on the break is never a Potter thing. I haven't seen him ever
No,
try.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I actually thought I wasn't sure what formation he would use. I thought he may possibly, this is an away game, he may use a back three, but you're playing away in the first leg and you're playing with a back four. What does that tell you? I know it's fluid. This tells me that this is his preferred formation, specifically because of Felix, probably. So this is good, coach.
Yeah, possibly to accommodate the 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are my thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. We'll look at the personnel. Again, I wouldn't have done anything differently except for who again? Maybe Kovacic since his feet. But Loftus-Cheek, he did quite well enough the last time he paired Enzo there. But it was more, not quite sure whether it's still 4-2-2-2 or if it was a 4-2-3-1. But that's right. By the way, again, it's still, again, no matter how you see it, he was still paired with them. Coach, a big up again. Chicks time to cook a timer for a CFC to silence those 81K fans. I think we can do that. I still do believe the bigger the occasion, the better we do. I only get scared when we're playing, a mid-table team or teams that has not been playing well. Even if that team has lost, again, you could say 999 games, and we're the 1,000 game, they'd win us. That's how I usually see it. But in this case, we're the underdogs, so I'm confident we'll probably get something out of this. Coach, again, just to let you know, the bus will be packed strategically nearby with a quick getaway so that nobody sees me. I get it in mind. If you need it at halftime, always space for Roger to. I think,
for cargo for me, right? Cargo?
I think you're going to be the one to be disappointed today. Again, people, if you're watching, if you haven't taken a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I am happy again with Soul Jorginho. Okay, we don't need to go there now. Again, laid again spike strips a bit further so the bots won't make it out. We're all in this together. Yeah, nobody runs away, right?
Oh man. I love this crowd.
But I'm confident. Much love to you, Glenn, and to my brother, the beautiful game. Nice to see you. And Glenn, nice to see you too. Bobby Fairview says again, putting partnership aside for a minute, big up to Sebastian Heller and inspirational to everyone. Yeah. Again, his story, again, a touching one. I thought that was going to be the end for him. I thought so, really.
Yeah, it's incredible. What a person.
Yeah, what a story indeed.
That takes a lot of fortitude,
Yeah, it does. It does. Plus the fact that it didn't work out for him in the Premier League, and all those things then coming together. I think he's a survivor, really. Again, an inspiration to everyone, and it's now carrying a message that we men need to listen to very carefully. That's the truth. Again, we are here not to get, whenever the opportunity comes for us to learn something, it's important we do. And in this case, there's a lot to learn from him. And if you don't know his story quite well, go research Sebastian Heller, the story. You'll learn quite a lot from, again, everything he's been through. hello again. Let's just say hello to each other. Dortmund are not a team, bro. You think so? Okay, I hope that's the case. What else do we have here? Anything else? Nervous, my friend. How about you? I am again hesitant. Surprisingly, I'm a bit again. You could say I'm confident. Maybe for the
Really?
fact that, yeah, like I said again, that's how I see it. If
But
we play a
coach,
big team, if we play a very
coach,
strong side, I'm
I
usually not
just
concerned.
I just saw you check your wallet to see where your bus ticket was. I just
No, but really, you do get my point.
yeah, I get it. Just have
And
to
I
mess
know
with
the
you.
spikes that Glenn said wouldn't
Yeah.
let the boss get to me.
Yeah.
Again, pick up everyone. I am ready for the embarrassment today. Okay, if that's how you see it, then I'm more confident we're getting something out of that game. 4-2-2-2 again. The only way to play Felix and Havertz together. Or maybe you'd say again a fluid approach. I don't know. Dortmund on form, Koulibaly on the yellow. Lots to look out for. Yeah, you did talk about that yesterday.
Good point.
Dortmund may lose. Coach, again, yeah, you don't have confidence of watching this anymore as far as Potter is leading the team. I hope he convinces you otherwise today. That would be a good thing. I hope Chelsea go there and improve themselves. I know Chelsea as the team to always show no fear. Hopefully Potter was playing mind games in the conference. There's a chance that he did that. But again, we're capable of winning this one. The lineup is strong enough to win this one, if you ask me. Run flat tires, run flat tires, bro. I'm ready for all eventualities. So you'd run it like that to come pick me up. What if I turn around and I don't want to get under the bus? Are you going to kidnap me? I love it when the world thinks that Chelsea is about to get smashed. That's why I'm a big confidence to get smashed, and we let them change their tune. Yep, that's what I want to see tonight. In Boss Entertainment, Arsenal versus City. Maybe that will console us, but I think we'll get a positive result today. Big up, coach, and the chat. The New York guy, Kashawn. Nice to see you. I'm going to go to Bobby right away. Bobby, your thoughts, and big up to you. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. I know it's evening there. It's 10:20. Yeah, 10:20 a.m. For me. Oh, no. 11. No, the other time. When did I reset that one? Oh, because of my
Coach, it's
classes. But that's why it's
11:35
11:35.
right? Yeah.
Sorry?
It's 11:35 for you, coach.
Yeah, it's 11:35, so I have to reset it. So, but that's
Hello,
by the
Bobby.
way. Sorry.
I was just saying hello to Bobby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bobby, hello to you again. Your thoughts on the lineup and paying attention to this. I think it's measures again. They haven't lost a game in 8 matches. We haven't won any game in our last 8 matches. But that's by the way. So, Bobby, your thoughts on the lineup? Would you have done anything differently, or do you think this is spot on? Okay. Can everyone else hear Bobby and not me?
No, I hear you, coach.
Okay, so we can't hear Bobby. Maybe he's having a connection issue. I'm going to go to AD. AD, big up, brother. Apologies. Again, I should have reached out to see how you're doing because I haven't heard from you in a while. But I hope everything is okay with you. So, AD, your thoughts on the lineup?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
Hello,
Yeah,
Bobby.
I was wondering. I was saying that. Hi guys. I was saying, we've lined up with what we can line up with. This is what we've got. Returning wounded, Kovacic, Zakaria, they're on the bench, unsurprisingly. Mount is benched off form. In fact, there's big question marks developing about him, especially with what we're looking to do come the summer. And
Really?
Gallagher, well, he's always going to be a squad player anyway, and coming in and out as and when needed. So this is what we've got. They cheated in the away ticket allocation by saying that they would have 60,000, as it ended up they're now having 81,000. But that's fine. We've been here, seen it, done it, got the T-shirt and sold it. I remember back in the 90s when Galatasaray tried some stunt like that. They came and they were talking about welcome to hell and all this stuff, doing knife signs across their throats at us and all that.
Wow.
And we just shrugged our shoulders and went there and tanked them 5-1. So if there's anything near that, I'll be a very happy man tonight.
All right, let's see what happens. Eddie, how about you? Your thoughts on the lineup? Would you have done anything differently? For me, but when we did the predicted lineup, did we really? No, we didn't. We didn't let it do that. Again, I was a bit cautious about leaving out Loftus-Cheek because the fact that again I wasn't sure how ready Kovacic was, but it turns out he started. But Eddie, your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, big up, Kochi. Big up to
you too. And again, apologies that I haven't reached out because I haven't heard from you in a while. I should reach out and see how you're doing.
No, that's fine. Thanks a lot, Coach. Thank you very much. Well, the lineup is okay. I just hope it works for us very well. You know, we need to get a good result tonight. You know, the lineup is the best I think you can put out there. No other thing. Like it's only if we had Badiashile. I heard you discussing about it yesterday, but unfortunately we don't have him, so we move with what we have, and hopefully it works well. Koulibaly should come in and then do the good job for us. I know, you know.
Yeah. In terms of the structure, do you think this is the correct structure? I'm going to look at the fifth stand up to see if they say anything differently. It looks more like that's what it is, but I don't know. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I think it looks confusing, the lineup. We can't really say if it's a 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-2-2 or whatever it is. You know, I mean, maybe they might just be changing as the game goes on. You know, so we just see whatever. Maybe just to confuse the opponents and see. Hopefully, it works for us. You know.
Yeah, on the fifth stand up, it says it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1. That's what it has it down as. Yeah. So I think it looks more of a 4-2-3-1, to be honest. Except if he wants to do 4-2-2, 4-2-2-2, which I don't think. I think it looks more of a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Again,
but Bobby Fave is saying to him it looks like a 4-2-2-2 because of Kai Havertz. But to me this makes sense. If it's again if they can apply themselves in a fluid manner, then this works perfectly rather than a 4-2-2-2. But that's, by the way, why did we not sign Bellingham? I don't know. Chelsea to start winning today. Fingers crossed. I hope to see that Collins and Ochiwa. That would do us a lot of good. Oladipo, again, Mesoli says lineup not bad. Good to see Mount and Kuku not starting. Wow. Again, some statement. This is again, Mount being on the bench again for how many games in a row? That is some statement from Graham Potter. Well, what do you think, Eddie?
I think it's just part of the statement from the club. I think this is my own personal opinion, because about his contract dragging out the contract, wanting huge wage, and the club is not ready to break the wage structure anymore. I think they have a structure in mind, so it might be a way of just putting it in his head that, I mean, we can do without you in the team. And to be honest, apart from that, let's just leave that aside. His performances have not been good enough, to be honest.
Yeah, of late, yeah.
Yeah, so dropping him might just be a way of kickstarting his career again for him and making him know that, you can't be dropped and you need to put in harder work, you know, if you get into the lineup again. So I think it might be two ways. Either one, showing him that your contract negotiations, what you are asking for, we don't think you deserve it. So you need to put in that effort, work harder to get what you think you deserve. And I don't think, based on what I've read, they have a wage structure they want to keep within that wage structure. They don't want to push any higher. So if that is the case, if he's not accepting to sign, so they might be looking at, if they start winning without him, then who says they cannot sell him if good offer comes in?
Yeah, again, I'm going to come back to get Roger and Bobby's thoughts on this one, but I'd say it's looking more likely that he's going to leave than stay. Again, that's just my own opinion. Let's see what we have here again. The Potter will have a very interesting issue in the coming weeks. 100% fit squad and 0 excuses. Yeah, again, everything is falling into place, but that's when more questions will be asked if it's not able to turn things around with everybody available. It's a 4-2-3-1. Okay, thank you for confirming that. This lineup will approach the game exactly as we did on the weekend. Let's see if that's the case. Again, Mount is gone in the summer. It's looking like it's going to be gone. Felix is going to be a free roaming, so it might be a mix. Yeah, it could be a hybrid approach. Potter is predictably unpredictable. His performance is the reason. Again, I'm happy He's not starting. Yep, he's been in poor form of late. Happens all the time. Again, sort the contract so you can fully focus on football. Maybe if you sort out the contract, then there's a chance again he turns things around himself. But I don't know. To me, I still argue, like Eddie mentioned, again, maybe what he's asking is gonna, you could say, cause a problem of what in terms of from the perspective of wage structure. If that's gonna happen, I don't think they'd risk it. If he's asking more than some of the players in the squad, that's also I think will be a big problem. But that's, by the way. But Roger, the question I want to ask you, dropping him in 2 games in a row, that's probably new to him. And to us, new to us, because we'll argue that he most likely will start this one since he didn't start the last game. But your thoughts, Roger?
No, I think it's valid. If listen, he's very young. I get that, but I just want to say one thing regarding Eddie's statement. I think he works hard enough in his application. With industry, I should say, not application. I think it's his application that has gone astray. His industry is, I don't think anyone can fault him.
No, nobody can question that.
He puts it, he puts in a very strong shift, perhaps too much, whereupon, listen, I'm just assuming, so this is my theory, perhaps it's to the detriment of his application. So, i.e., making great crosses, assists, and scoring, perhaps, but he does what is required off the ball. I have no complaints with that. His closing down, etc. So I don't think anyone can say that he doesn't put that effort in. And is it a mess? It could be the contract. This very well could be an issue, subconsciously or consciously. It may not. It may have nothing to do with it. We don't know.
Again, if anything, definitely
we don't
the contract. Know. That's if you have a problem at work, it affects you mentally and otherwise.
But it can. But perhaps if you're doing something where it's more, shall we say, white collar as opposed to something athletic, it could do. He may not even realize it, and it's doing it, hence subconsciously. It could have nothing to do with it. He could have had his contract signed last year. He could still be out of form now. We'll never know unless he knows himself. So it's pure speculation, but it's valid though, because you see players that are in the last year of their contract and they have a career year, and then once they sign a new contract, they really go downhill, which begs the question, why can't you do that all the time? But he's out of form, so you would think that his motivation would be to play very well and assist, score, whatever you want to do, and be the first name on the sheet, and thus put his price up for a new contract. So that's obviously not been the case. So I assume that, well, I shouldn't assume, because we don't know. It's simple as that. It could have everything to do with the contract. It could have nothing to do with the contract. But all we know is he's been dropped, and I can't remember the last time he was dropped without having an injury or a knock for 2 consecutive games. So I think this could be a wake-up call, or maybe the coach feels, or the coaching staff feels that, he's got tired legs. Maybe he needs a rest, a reset, so to speak. Who knows? I don't get to see him train day in, day out, minute out, etc. So coaching staff knows best. You have to put the faith in, and no matter what team you support, you have to put faith into the coaching staff, because they see their respective players on a daily and hourly basis. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with you again. If you're watching, if you haven't, we have just 24 likes. Yes, we started very late.
And by the way, I have no idea whether he stays or goes. You're right. The longer it takes, the greater the chance that he would leave. I agree with that.
Specifically, the more his contract winds down, the more Chelsea are not going to be able to give him what can measure what he gets elsewhere.
Yeah. So. It increases the chance of him leaving, but it's too premature right now.
Again, they may well decide he's worth it and give it to him, but his form right now doesn't. Can I ask a
brief question? How much do you think we could get for him, assuming he's healthy and so forth?
Not too much, because he doesn't have much left on his contract.
Right.
Because any club, if he decides to join any club, he could decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to join you guys. Just give me more time. If they're asking too much for me, give me time. Let me wind down the contract. Players do that.
So what do you think? 30, 40 million?
Around that. It's not. I
Yeah.
know some people are saying like 70. No, he doesn't
No,
have much left on
no
his
way.
contract. Yeah,
No.
and given his
Messi-
form doesn't help either.
Messi with a 1-year contract, maybe, but not Mount. Starts with the same letter, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Let me get that again. Catch what we have. Get Bobby's thought on that again. If he asks for 300 million a week, hire a third party to pay Mount in full, and we pay that third party back over time. And you're laughing at yourself. Look at you. Okay, again, a Mount is trying to negotiate a Metas per game contract. He does like to run around. I would if I run that much and I was him. That's how I would try to negotiate my contract. But that's, by the way, I hope they find a solution because that's a good player in him. He's just been overplayed, if that makes sense. Bobby, coming to you, we don't have, again, too much time, so I really want to get your opinion before I ask the next question. Bobby, the question is this, again, for 2 games in a row now, Mason Mount sits on the bench. To me, kudos, more importantly, to Graham Potter, because I didn't expect that to happen, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. I hate the word dropped when a player isn't starting. This is a squad game, and Mason Mount is on the bench where he belongs at the moment. It's as simple as that. I mean, in a way, I think we're making far too much about this player. I went back, as I told you, and I watched, back some of the games he has played, and this loss of form has been going on for a very, very long time, since the World Club Cup final, when he was hauled off before half-time with a terrible showing. The cup finals that he completely was totally out of it. But we keep wanting him to do well, such that we become delusional about poor performances. And it's only now that we've had these injuries and we've had to really rely on him that it's become noticeable. He should be on the bench. I think it's good for him and it's good for the club. Now, as far as him staying at the club, we all want him to stay, absolutely. But he cannot hold the club to ransom. If he has been offered a decent increment in his wages to fit what he's doing at the moment, I think he should take it. If he feels he's got someone else that will pay him more, well, fine. We can't be held to ransom by these guys. And one thing I will say for certain is
his
that
father, right?
I don't know, and I don't care. I think
I'm not sure. I'm not sure whose agent is.
One thing I will say for certain is that if Chelsea manage to keep João Felix and by some miracle do a deal for what's his name, Jude Bellingham,
Casado?
he'd be gone anyway.
Jude
or
Bellingham,
even Casado.
We're serious about that now.
He'd be gone anyway because he'd be gone anyway because especially if we don't have Champions League football, we'll have to sell some of our homegrown players. It's sad how it's turning out, really. He's just got to that stage in life where he needs to up his game. 24 years old, he's got to start to show his worth, and he's not showing it. He seems to have hit a ceiling, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. And I'm very glad Potter is strong enough not to be held to ransom by this player. No, absolutely not. We love you to bits. I want you to stay, but you got to fall in line, son. Period.
I agree with everything you said, but that holding to ransom, I don't think that's applicable in that sense. Or depending on the
there's a chance it is holding to in the sense that he's asking what the club cannot do. So why waste time trying to iron it out when the possibility isn't there?
That's just negotiating. I wouldn't say it's holding.
Okay, if you see it that way, let's move on to that. Roger, look at this. These 2 insights. I've read it, but I haven't had you say anything about it. They haven't lost in 8 games, and we haven't won in 8 games. So given these 2, if you're going by statistics, you'd say, well, they win in this one. But to me, one thing that comes into mind, like I told you, once it's a big game, once the underdogs will usually come out on top. Your thoughts quickly. We have about three more minutes, so we can round up again. Get ready for the watch along show. Go ahead, brother.
It's going to be very interesting in the midfield. I'm looking to see how my goalkeeper does, and more interesting the battle in midfield. I mean, Also, Koulibaly. I'm dying to see. He's gonna. He does well in this league. You know, I'm psyched for him. I really am. I'm pleased for him. He's got to start.
Okay.
That's my point.
Yeah. How about your AD? The two insights again. The insights here. Does it tell you anything, or you're looking beyond it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really bother me because who are the teams they play in the league compared to who we play in the league? Even though we are going through a bad patch, but who did they play against apart from the likes of Bayern Munich and all? I mean, you're talking of the Premier League where they from the first to the last team in the table can beat anyone.
Yeah,
but in their own league, you know what to get. If Bayern Munich takes on a lower team, you know it's only going to go one way. But in the Premiership, I mean, Arsenal was held by Brentford, and they lost to who was that? I forgot the other team they lost to. It won't happen in the Bundesliga. Everton, exactly. That's hardly going to happen in the Bundesliga. Like, so I'm not bothered about the stats. It's something to give them confidence. Yeah, it is. They go into it having that confidence that they've not lost in 8 or 9 games, whatever it is. But that does not really, for a team like what we have today, we should be beating them anyway.
Yeah. All right. Before I go to Bobby, this one is very, I know Roger will love this one. Johnny Miller is having a seizure right now.
It's true.
I don't know how they get along. He's a more than that channel.
Medic.
The Beautiful Game is a more than that channel.
Is it? Is he really?
Yeah, he is a more than that channel. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen him there. Each FA Cup finals he goes missing. A lot of people say that 3 in a row. His selfishness cost the team because he's sometimes just his self-glory, and it's very obvious.
Oh.
I know he's a bit too selfish. I don't know. I'm not going to go to that lane. Who are they talking about? I don't know. Mount stock is down at the moment. He needs to rediscover his role as an 8. I wouldn't sign a 7-year contract now either. And the club it wouldn't make sense to give him a 7-year contract either now because you're not sure what you're going to get. Fact, let's see. Neymar to Chelsea. Do you want him? He's struggling right now, so I'm not going to go into that. We're here. I'm just going to go to Bobby and Gabriel Diazo again. A Mount deserves the 300 million. He is overplayed. Mount he will come around. Let's see that happen, bro. Let me know. I saw an email, but I'm not sure if that was you. You let me know if that was you. Any important email? I want to know if that was you. Please do let me know so I can handle that. Again, offended. Neymar. Anything else? Quickly again, Bobby, your thoughts on the insights we looked at. Again, it's Kami. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Bobby, your thoughts on the insights. Are you looking beyond it? You think it doesn't matter? Are you looking into it, or do you think it doesn't matter? Or let me say, have you looked into it, or do you think it doesn't matter?
No, I don't look at that. Stats don't mean anything. It's what you do on the pitch on the day that matters. You can have as many stats as you like. You turn up there and you don't turn up, you get tanked. I'm very interested to see that there's quite a bit of emphasis on their part on the crowd. That tells me they're afraid, they're unsure of themselves, and they're looking for help. Your crowd should be there to do what they do, but yours should be about the pitch. And if you're looking to the crowd to win you games, well, I've told you what happened at Galatasaray.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong being a mod there. I'm just saying that the way he speaks, maybe he speaks differently when he's there. He's not going to go there and say, you know what I'm saying, what was on the screen. But that's, by the way, no, there's nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that at all. So that shouldn't even be a question. It's just that the way he speaks, he's a Mount out bus driver. So how does he manage to be there? How again? Maybe my question is again: does Johnny know how he speaks about Mount that he even made him a mod? That's my question. There's nothing wrong in that. After all, I accommodate people who come here and attack the channel. But that's why we'll move on from that. I'm going to end the show so I can get ready. I have about 3 minutes to get ready for the watch along show. But thank you so much, guys. Much love here. Again, he must not bully Pulisic. Okay, again, are you sure? It's okay. I'm going to move on from that one. Again, a Montrider. Let's go. All right, guys. See you guys again on the other side for the watch along show. I'm very good at my job, coach. I know you're good at it. I guess I know.
Yes, Bobby.
But that's
just a quick one. This is the one that is relevant, coach. Borussia Dortmund have not won any of their last 9 matches against English opposition. I think that's the one we should go with.
So why didn't they have that one there? So, so that's the one they should have there.
That's the one we
That's
need.
bias. Yeah, but that's, by the way, let's end this one. We'll go. Thank you so much for that. That's very important.
Cheers.
Let's go again for the watch along show. See you guys there. Thank you. God bless us all, and bye. Yeah. See